Will Dawkins, the floor is yours.
Thank you, and thank you all for coming. Thank you for Wizard staff for joining as well. Thank you to the Anthem for hosting us in this area. When Michael and I took the job, we talked about how important it will be to be in the community. So we're happy that you guys are welcoming here. We had Bilal's family join us last night right in this area down the street with some of the staff. We took them to dinner. So we're excited to be here, be in this area, and thank you guys for hosting us. I would say, first and foremost, Thursday night was a great night. It was a great night for us. We were able to add 2 character guys who fit inside the program. So we're excited to add those guys, but they're also character guys who have talent and guys that we look forward to developing and growing and having with us. We're definitely excited for the long-term approach and the long-term potential of these guys. Tristan Vucevic couldn't join us here today. He will join us in market next week. He obviously just finished wrapping up the championship in the Adriatic League, so congrats to him for that. He'll be in market at some point next week. But today we're here to talk about Bilal, who we feel like talent-wise is just scratching the surface. He was someone that we targeted early on in the process for many reasons that we'll get into, but as we got closer to draft night, we realized that he was our guy. And when we got in the room, Mike made sure we got our guy. And there was a lot of people in the room that were excited when it happened, and a lot of people who were excited in the walls when he came in yesterday and took the tour, and for good reason. He's got a rare mix of youth, elite athleticism, speed, with a skill set to continue to handle the ball, pass, and defend at a high level. He's a two-way player that we have a lot of confidence in, and we're able to target for those reasons. So it's a tremendous starters kit. I would say with that comes a lot of responsibility to work and to get after it, and that's nothing that he's fearful of. He's got a substance to him that even when we talked to him and his family last night, we got to know them and we learned why he is who he is and the player that he's become, because he's taken those steps bit by bit, step by step, kept working, kept grinding. And we have the resources here in Washington to where we feel like he can continue that process with us and continue to grow and become the player that I know he wants to be. So we're excited to have him. We're happy that his family's here to join us. If you saw him on draft night, he opened up his coat, had his family in there. But we're happy to welcome you all to the DC family as well. And with that said, your first day as official Wizard, let's hold up the jersey.
Thank you.
With that said, Bilal, you want to open up?
Bonjour à tous. Hi, y'all. Very excited to be a part of that team. Can't wait to start the season, yeah.
He said in French.
Bonjour à tous. Vraiment très content d'être dans cette équipe et très pressé de commencer la saison.
I'm still learning.
Please raise your hand. You know the rules. State your name and your affiliation.
Bonjour. What do you think will be your biggest adjustment to the NBA?
I think the speed, the physical, that's very different than in France. Everybody's bigger, quicker, more athletic. So yeah, just the physical things will be the biggest change, I think. But I'm ready for that.
Hi, Bilal. Chase
Hi.
Hughes, NBC Sports Washington. Welcome to DC. I hope I
Thank
pronounced it correctly. What motivates you as a basketball player?
Everything I think about is my family, you know. Want to make sure that they're part of me. Want to make them proud. You know, we've been through a lot, and being there today is such a blessing.
Yeah, when we talk to him through the process, we talk about like what drives you, what motivates you, how have you gone through this process, and a lot of the stuff that he talks about is humble beginnings. and his family and how he worked and grinded. And that's something that we really were drawn to when we talked to him about that. And a guy that has proven in a short amount of time that he's willing to put the work in, when we talk to him and tell him, are you willing to continue to do that? Because it's going to be harder. You're going to take a little bit more lumps on this side in the NBA across the pond. And he's like, I embrace that. I'm ready for that. I want that. And that was impressive to us.
Derek Ward with WRC. The Wizards have been watching you. What have you heard about the Wizards, and what are your notions about coming to this team and to DC?
Yeah, you know, there's some ex-NBA players like Jan Maynard, Kevin Sarafan that played there. And yeah, they talked to me about the city, the organization. They were saying all the good things about it. So yeah, I can't wait to see all that.
He also mentioned the food. He's looking forward to the food. We talked about that at dinner as well.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
Hi, Bilal Coulibaly with Double Take Sports.
Oh, all right.
Welcome to DC.
Thank you.
In your own words, can you describe to Wizards fans what they're getting from you as a person and as a player?
Yeah, so as a person, just somebody that's happy to be here. You know, when I meet the fans and everything, and as a player, they got a two-way player that can give it all on the court, defensively, offensively, and yeah, just play as hard as possible.
Hey, Bilal, Luke Askew with Wizards.com. How have these last few days for you been? Just going from New York and the whole draft, and then, you know, not knowing where you're going to go, finding out where you're going to go, and now being here.
Yeah, that was very exciting. That was so fast. Everything happened so fast. But I really enjoyed it. That was just like in my dreams, you know, as a kid. So yeah, just very excited to be in Washington. That's the only visit I did. So yeah, I'm just proud of it.
Bonjour, Bilal.
Where is it? Bonjour.
How you doing? Question for you. The number 0 is really iconic in DC.
Yeah.
Can you just tell what does that number mean to you, and how will you represent that number?
Yeah. Actually, I'm very proud to wear that number. I know Agent Zero was the last one wearing that, and yeah, all the respect to him. Just, you know, I had a great year last year with that number, and I hope that continues. So yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Bilal. First off, welcome to you and your family to DC. Neil Zalal's Hoop District. For everybody else, can you just pronounce your first and last name for us?
That's Bilal Coulibaly.
And you mentioned, you know, the Wizards being your only stop. I guess just how much did you think that, okay, that very much could be a possibility leading up to the draft?
I was just talking, you know, with the coaches, my GM, my agent, everybody around here. Yeah, just love the city, you know, the staff, the spirit. So yeah, I just wanted to be here, to be honest.
It was tough for him. Obviously, they had such a long, successful season in the French Pro A going into the finals. There wasn't a lot of time for him to finish and get over here. And what we loved about him is we were in contact with his agency, and as soon as the season over, they were like, hey, we wanted to keep winning, keep competing, but we got time to do one visit, and we want it to be you. And we felt honored on that, and we were happy to make that done and get that done on his way to New York. So we were appreciative he said yes.
Hi, Bilal. Ava Wallace from the Washington Post. I wanted to ask about your relationship with basketball. How did you start playing? I understand before your growth spurt, you were much more of a guard. What's kind of your journey been through the sport?
Also, at the beginning, wasn't supposed to play basketball. I was supposed to play soccer, but no more place. So yeah, I started basketball and I loved it. So yeah, I just continued that, and yeah, I had a crazy growth the past few years, like two last years. And yeah, that helped me a lot. About, you know, I was a guard, could, you know, dribble and everything. So yeah, just growing helped me a lot about that.
You or Mbappe at the same age? Who was better, you or Mbappe?
Me.
What was it like to grow so much so fast? Did you need a whole new wardrobe?
That was, I didn't felt it. No pain, nothing. But yeah, I was like my mother. I was smaller than her, and yeah, I woke up. I was looking at her like that. So yeah, that was crazy.
When you were growing up, how much did you pay attention to the NBA? Were you a fan of the NBA?
Yeah, I was watching a lot of NBA with my father right there. He was a fan of Carmelo Anthony. So yeah, we was watching a lot of games. And at first I wasn't into it. I was playing judo and everything, but yeah, I started to look at it more and loved it. So just played basketball for the last 10 years now.
Funny enough, last night, Michael and I were at the table. We're all sitting there talking to his parents, and we're like, tell us something. Give us some dirt. You can't be perfect. They were like, actually, there was one time we came home. It was like the middle of the night. I thought it was his dad, but it was him. He was sitting up there watching NBA basketball. And he was like, please don't tell Dad. I don't want to get in trouble. So he's clearly been following it for a long time, aspiring to get here. And he's here. He's arrived.
Stylistically, which player in the NBA or WNBA do you model your game after, or do you see yourself very much similar to?
Yeah, this year I've been watching a lot of Micah Bridges. Yeah, can see, you know, the two-way player, top player. So yeah, him. And I've been watching a lot of Paul George growing up. So yeah, that's both of them.
Will has talked about your passion and your hunger. Just where does that stem from? Where does that all come from?
Yeah, you know, we have a family that, like I said, been through a lot. So just want to get the more possible on the court. Just help them to be good. You know, that's it. Yeah.
Well, as much as you can speak to it,
Sorry.
no problem. As much as you can speak to it, how does Bilal fit into the big picture of what you're trying to build here in DC?
Very well. I would say that anytime you can add someone who's got a long-term lens in how they work and how they approach the game, I think those people fit in the walls really easily. On the court, when you have guys who are versatile, who take a defensive-first approach, and who at a young age have a maturity as a competitor, you get excited about those guys. So the basketball will take care of itself, the work will take care of itself, but he's coming in with a substance as a competitor, as a person, and as a worker that's going to fit really well within our walls and unite both the veterans and some of the other young players we have and push our group forward. So we're excited about him, and I think he fits in really well in that. It's got a long way to go, got a lot of stuff to work on, but there's a lot there to tap into, and we talked about that, and he wants to maximize that.
For Bilal, what was it like adjusting to becoming a professional as a teenager, and what did you learn through that process?
Yeah, that was same. The physical tools. You know, playing against all guys, ex-NBA player. So yeah, that was just the physics, and yeah, that was quite easy because I've been working, weight room, my personal trainer, everything. Everything was nice. Yeah, just a good spirit in the team. Everybody helped me. So yeah, that was easier.
I would also add that the international game has evolved so much. It's grown so much, and you see players in different leagues, and French Pro A is one of the better leagues in Europe. The game's faster, the bodies are bigger, they're more playing stylistically, and these guys are ready to come over and contribute. So when you watch them compete over there, you can see it happening on the NBA floor pretty quickly as well. And someone that started the season playing more squat with the younger level, under 21, got an opportunity to hop in, get in a rotation, and then just kept working, kept growing, and by the end, starting in the finals of a really impressive league, you can feel that physically he can do it. And those guys, you see 25% of the NBA now is international guys. So the game's evolving. We'll go everywhere to find players, and we're fortunate to find this one.
Bilal, right here. Two quick ones for you. One is, you'll notice that the kids of DC, Ward 8, they love their players. Can you give a message to youth like that and overseas about just pursuing your dream and look at where you're at right now?
Yeah, just, I just want to say believe in yourself because nobody's going to do that for you. Just work, believe in yourself, and you'll do great. Yeah, absolutely.
And then I heard you call Victor Wembanyama not just your teammate, but your brother. How special is it knowing that you two will push each other in this league together and grit to grow together as well?
Like you said, that's my brother. We've been in a lot of teams together, helping each other since a younger age. So yeah, it's just such a blessing to be in the NBA now, and can't wait to compete against them.
Thank you.
Can you say that first message that you said in French so that kids back home can get that as well?
Ok. Donc j'ai dit, croyez en vous, personne ne le fera à votre place. Travaillez et il n'y aura que du bien dans votre vie.
I think that will conclude the press conference. Merci beaucoup.
Welcome. De rien.
Thank you all.
Enjoy the food,
Appreciate it.
everybody else
Thank you.
here. Bilal, welcome to Texas.